Hi. No, I can't talk right now. Any minute. Oh, yeah, he's great. Much nicer than Jimmy. No, not yet, but tonight's a definite possibility. Well, because I feel I'm ready, and we both like one another a lot, and we're both starting to feel pretty serious. Here he is. Call you tomorrow. Hi.
Hi.
Come on in.
You look really nice.
Oh, I'm not expecting anyone. Excuse me. Jimmy!
Hiya, Sue. How you been? Long time, huh? Guess what? I got
Who's
this
he?
It's Jimmy. We used to go out, but I didn't invite him. I haven't seen him for over a year. Now what? Hi, Donnie.
Vern? I thought you moved to Kansas or Nebraska or someplace.
Fun, how are you? Listen, I meant to call you.
Hi.
Remember that girl I told you I was engaged to? Out of the blue, she calls me. She tells me she changes her mind.
Hey, I heard there's a party going on here. Not too much. I got some beer in my car.
Perhaps you're wondering why I've gathered you all here this evening.
You could say that.
You're here to make a very important point.
Like what? Two's company and 46 is a crowd?
That's one way to put it. Here's another. If you and Sue decide to become physically intimate with each other, that decision may expose you to sexually transmitted diseases carried by a lot of people you don't even know.
What?
You take the risk of exposing yourself to contact with all of Don's previous partners, and their previous partners as well. Likewise, Don risks exposing himself to contact with your previous partners, and with their previous partners too. In other words, when you accept a new sexual partner, you run the risk of exposing yourself to all the sexually transmitted diseases your partner has been exposed to before you even came along.
You know, this is a little embarrassing.
It's also extremely dangerous, because one of the sexually transmitted diseases we're talking about is acquired immune deficiency syndrome, a condition which destroys your body's ability to fight off disease, including cancer. It's a merciless killer, most often referred to as AIDS.
AIDS?
According to the Centers for Disease Control in Atlanta, 1 out of 5 Americans has a sexually transmitted disease at any one time. These diseases include syphilis, gonorrhea, herpes, chlamydia, AIDS, or any of 30 different conditions. Millions of Americans have been exposed to AIDS and now carry the virus in their bodies. Most of these people don't even know they're infected.
What are you saying? We're all going to die of AIDS?
Far from it. AIDS can be avoided, just like other sexually transmitted diseases. You can protect yourself.
Go on.
You can decide not to be sexually active,
Easier said than done.
which will give you complete protection against becoming infected through any sexual contact. When you do accept a new sexual partner, you can ask whether he or she has been tested for AIDS, and if so, how recently. A knowledge of your partner's history and test results can improve your margin of safety.
And that's it? Don't have sex? And if you do, ask for a resume and medical records first?
No, there's more. If you are sexually active, condoms provide a powerful line of defense against sexually transmitted diseases, including AIDS.
Excuse me, but this is boy talk, isn't it? I mean, they don't take the pill for us. So why should we have to worry about condoms for them?
This is why. Men are more likely to give AIDS to women than women are to give it to men. Why take responsibility for using condoms? Just one reason: to protect your health and your life.
What if you never bought condoms before?
You never bought a condom before?
Well, I tried to once, but... I just didn't know what kind to get.
There are many types to choose from. Some are made of latex rubber and some of animal intestines. Some have ridges and other features to increase sexual stimulation. Also, they vary in price. When you begin to use condoms, you might start with a basic lubricated type with or without a reservoir tip. After that, You may want to try other types to see which kind pleases you and your partner most. Oh, and remember, one size fits all.
But even if you know what you're looking for, it's still embarrassing to go in and buy them.
You're right. It's a problem that must be overcome. And here are some easy ways to do it. Select a store that displays condoms on open racks, rather than on or behind the counter. Or you might buy your condoms from one of the vending machines that seem to be popping up in more and more locations. Or visit a local clinic or family planning center, where personnel are especially sensitive to clients' feelings. Or simply buy them through the mail.
Okay, we get the point. I got mine right here. I mean, some of us knew the story before we even got here. So can we just break this little meeting up and get on with our business?
If you knew the whole story, you would not carry your condom in your wallet, or the glove compartment of your new car, or any warm place. The best way to protect their effectiveness is to keep them in a cool, dry place. Condoms are manufactured and tested to ensure compliance with strict government standards. When properly stored, they remain effective for 2 to 3 years with excellent reliability. In fact, the main problems associated with condoms are failure to use them at all and failure to use them correctly.
Correctly? How complicated can it be?
Not very, but here are 8 key points that can make all the difference. A condom should be used whenever you have vaginal, oral, or anal sex, and it should be in place before the penis touches any opening of your partner's body. Open the packet gently. Take care not to tear the condom with your fingernails. Don't attempt to test it by stretching or blowing it up. Every condom you buy has been pre-tested. Testing it yourself may only damage the condom. A lubricant may help to further reduce the very small possibility of your condom breaking. Whether or not your condom is already lubricated, you can use an additional water-based lubricant, such as KY jelly, as well. Baby oil or Vaseline may weaken the latex rubber of which many condoms are made, so use only the appropriate lubrication. Spermicides are products designed to kill sperm and so avoid pregnancy. Used with condoms, spermicides offer valuable added protection against sexually transmitted diseases. Be sure to put the condom on correctly. As you begin to roll the condom onto the penis, press the air out of the reservoir tip if the condom has one. If the condom does not have a reservoir tip, leave about ½ inch of it free to catch the semen. Smooth the surface to eliminate air bubbles. Roll the condom down to the base without stopping until the condom is completely in place. When the penis is withdrawn, the condom should be held at the base of the penis to make sure it is not left behind. Never use a condom more than once. The contents of the used condom should not come into contact with any part of either partner's body. Although the chances of a condom breaking are very small, they do exist. Should this ever happen, additional spermicide should be applied directly into the vagina. If spermicide is not available, douching with warm water is recommended. Whenever you accept a new sexual partner, or whenever you cannot be absolutely certain about your partner's history of exposure, proper use of condoms offers important protection against AIDS and other sexually transmitted diseases. While not absolute, this protection is highly effective. It gives sexually active men and women their best chance of remaining safe.
Well, looks like the party's over.
So what do you want to do tonight?
Why don't we think it over?
Come on, Fern. I'm not using one of those. What's the point? I know you're on the pill.
Can you tell me how many girls you've slept with in the last couple of years?
Sure, more or less.
And do you know where they've been?
Well, how could I know that?
Ever heard of AIDS?
Yeah, but... Oh.
Get the message?
Uh-huh.
That's why we're using the condom.